Hi friends, I'm Stephanie Hansen. Let's go! I've been cooking, eating, and talking about it for years.
This is amazingly good.
Now I'm inviting you along for the ride. You seem like you're pretty adventurous about food. Meet the chefs, home cooks, restaurateurs, and bakers honing their crafts. Oh, look at that technique. And try new recipes with me in my kitchen. It's simple, it's easy, that looks amazing. There's always something delicious to share. This is Taste Buds. Summer's over and it is fall eating season. And I brought my friend Stephanie March, who's my radio partner for 17 years have we decided?
I think like 1,700 years,
Yes.
It feels like at least.
Every Saturday from 9 to 11, unless I'm harvesting, she
Unless
covers
you're
for me.
harvesting.
We get on the air and we talk about all the things that are happening in the Twin Cities food scene, restaurants and
Yeah.
cooking. Stephanie is the expert. She's the food expert for Mpls.St.Paul Magazine. And the role I have has sort of been eater. I am like a little less precise. Today, we are going to test that model with a highbrow, lowbrow kind of dessert situation.
Right.
Our #1 requested recipe on the weekly dish drives Stephanie crazy because it is a Mountain Dew Apple Dumpling. I made it a long time ago. I don't even know where I got the recipe, but you literally pour butter, Mountain Dew, and sugar over apples, and it ends up being completely delicious.
I mean, it's a hard one to stomach for some people. So if you're on that team with me where you're like, I'm sorry, did she say Mountain Dew?
Yes.
Yes, you're on my team.
Cooking with
You're
Mountain
this
Dew.
Stephanie.
We're also gonna make your almost pound cake.
Yeah.
Very special to your family.
It is, and it is a little bit more of a technique-driven baked good because it is something a little bit more you need to fold. We're gonna get into some egg whites. It's gonna be crazy.
So, all right, are you ready to
Yeah.
show everyone my famous Mountain Dew apple dumpling recipe with crescent rolls?
I
and-
think also it's important to know I have never made this before.
Oh, it's
in our 17 years together, this is the first time
Okay.
I'm in the presence of this cake being made.
It's the ultimate fall dessert. Let's make it. Mountain Dew apple dumpling. Steph, again, I don't even know where this recipe came from, but we are going to spray our pan with nonstick spray.
Okay.
Then open the crescent roll container. And I just found out something about Stephanie. She doesn't like
I hate
this part.
This
You know,
is terrifying.
ready?
Wait. No, but it's gonna happen before I'm ready.
No,
it's
it's
gonna
not.
happen.
I think they make them a little less poppy than they used to. So we are taking,
There it is, I got it.
you got it, woot woot. We are taking our Pillsbury crescent rolls and we are just gonna wrap up the apples in each little piece of crescent roll dough. I like to use Granny Smith apples in this recipe because they are a little more tart and there is so much sugar in here
Yeah.
that you want to balance that tartness.
Do you do like the fat side out to this, like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And you can do this with kids or grandkids. So if you need like an activity at Thanksgiving, this is kind of fun.
Do you layer them a specific way in there?
I like to do like 2 or 3 across, but you don't have to get fancy with it. You could lay them sideways too.
Does like the fat side go one way or do you
See,
like?
this is the difference between the Stephanies. I'm just like, yeah, we're just gonna put these in here. Stephanie wants technical expertise.
I want to do it correct.
Or instruction. Okay, we are going to take a stick of butter that I've already melted, and we're gonna put in brown sugar,
Okay.
and that's a half a cup of sugar, because remember,
This is not a
sugar's
low cal.
really good for you. This is a little pumpkin pie spice. You have a half a teaspoon of that and a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna mix all of this zhuzh together, and we're just literally gonna
You're just gonna.
sprinkle this on the top.
You know what I really want from that?
You want more sugar?
More sugar.
You are like, hey, right now
You know what it
we
really
could
needs?
really put a Mountain Dew
You know what?
on
There's
that.
too much fruit in there right now. I need more
Sugar.
sugar. It's gonna be delicious. That's the worst part. As much as I rip on this, it's gonna be delicious.
It will be. All right, so they keep changing the size of soda cans, right? So we need 12 ounces, and this is 7.5 ounces a can
I wonder why they're making them smaller.
for the recession. Okay, so we are literally just pouring this, and you don't pour it on top, you pour it along the side.
Okay.
Stephanie, you're gonna take about half of your can
Okay.
and pour it. The idea is that the leavening agent happens actually from the bubbles of the soda. Okay, we're gonna take this whole situation and we're just gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes.
That's like 4 ingredients. That's pretty great.
It is time. I can hear the bubbling. Look at that. Now, you didn't think it was gonna get all dumpling-ish and delicious, but it did.
Is that what I thought?
Yes. And we're gonna put a little ice cream scoop. There you go, Steph.
All right, I'm gonna scoop.
All right, here you go.
Thank you.
You're gonna mash this in our face.
Okay, put it in your face.
Now, I've had this before, but Stephanie hasn't.
I have not.
It's delicious. Yum. The sugar's all caramelized. The apples are perfectly sweet because we've put so much sugar on
I was
there.
gonna say.
The crusty crescent roll, look at that. It's real crusty.
Yeah, that's nice. I do like that aspect of it.
We have a taste bud
Oh,
scale.
there's a whole rating system.
There is,
Okay.
and 1 is like, meh, don't bother. 5 is run, don't walk to this recipe. So for me, this is a 4.5. It's so sweet and so delicious.
I like the ease that this does. I can see serving this to people who who have shown up at your house and need refreshments. I'm not eating this. I just don't think I can eat a whole one. And so, because it's that sweet for me. It's just a little tooth-achingly sweet for me. So I'm gonna give it, can I give it a 2? Because I like the execution for the fact of like, I get it, this is just not me. It's just not for me. And I love the fact that it was fast and easy. And there is a fruit. There's a fruit.
Okay, 2 taste buds from Stephanie, 4.5 taste buds from me. You make it, send me a comment.
Yeah, decide.
You decide. So we finished the apple dumplings and now we're on to Oma's pound cake. Tell me about why this cake is special to you.
Well, this is just the cake that my mom always made for any of our birthdays. When I went to college, like you knew like there was a package in the mailbox. It was like, get there as fast as possible. Now we all make it for each other for sort of to say I love you.
I love the idea of mailing cake.
Mail cake, man, do it.
So this is a little more involved process.
Right. Let's talk about sifting because I feel like we never sift.
No.
I don't know. This is not part of our generation to sift,
No.
right? And I don't own like a sifter.
No.
But this was a thing that my mom said you have to sift the flour. I use my strainer, like my manky
Same.
old strainer. This pound cake is obviously a really fine crumb. You know, it's really dense. I think this is part of what helps it become that texture. And then I'm gonna add the sugar in with it, and then a little baking soda. And then we just go back at it.
And I'll sift.
Yeah, you just kind of shake it.
Agitating.
Yes, there's a lot of agitation in this recipe, I'll tell you.
All recipes have a certain amount of aggression release, I'm convinced.
Yes. I mean, rage baking is not a bad thing. I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying if you have to, I hear you.
You've evenly dispersed the sugar with the flour.
Yeah.
No lumps.
So now we're gonna get this into with the butter.
Okay.
Let's do that. First what we're gonna do is we're gonna agitate the butter. We're just gonna make it a little bit angry. You wanna agitate it so that it has a little bit of like, you know,
Texture
Yeah.
and, okay, great.
and you just sort of slowly add in your flour mixture. And you might wanna scrape it down a little bit. And then I'm gonna keep putting it in, and I'm gonna get some flour all over your kitchen.
Yeah, that's good. That means we made a good cake.
I know. So there you go. And I mean, that's just sort of an agitated flour butter mixture, and you kind of just want to scrape it in so that it's
Got it.
It's lumpy is great. Lumpy is great.
Okay.
We need 7 room temperature eggs, and we're gonna save the egg whites. Only the yolks go in, and you add them one at a time.
Okay.
And basically, I don't care how you separate them. Maybe you use your hand, maybe you use your, you know, a shifty technique like this.
I'm kind of nervous about this.
I know.
I'm not the best.
Okay. Ready for your yolk over here.
Yeah, we're ready. Come on, little.
The technique of the hand is you use your hand as a strainer. Look how
Yeah.
fast that was.
And it
then you
works
just get in there.
easier
See?
than-
And then we're keeping mixing as we go. It's okay to fish out the shell. I don't mind that.
We can't have that yolk
Well,
in
we
there
can't
though.
have any
It'll
yolk.
ruin our egg whites.
Yeah, you can never have
Okay,
even
so
the
let's
small
just,
bit.
I'll finish this task.
All right, let's get it.
Okay.
Oh, look how great that was. Get it in.
Here we go.
I feel good about you.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep mixing.
I'm glad you do.
I do. It looks more like a dough.
Yeah,
right?
it looks almost like a cookie dough.
I do like to add in a little bit of vanilla. And lemon juice is very big in our house. My mom always added in orange water or rose water,
Yes.
actually. It's kind of what are you feeling like? Sometimes, you know, I might add in a little whiskey. It's
You
fine.
put whiskey in bun cake?
You can.
I love it.
Okay, so we're gonna put the sticky dough into this bowl because we're gonna use this same mixer bowl to whip these egg whites. So we're gonna get these into here. You've seen that we've changed our mixer bowl. So we wanna get this to kind of start up just a little bit, just with the egg whites, and then we add in just a little quick pinch of salt and a little cream of tartar, which is one of those things that I feel like people don't have in their kitchens, or they have it and they never use it. So we're gonna get this frothy.
Whipping egg whites is not necessarily easy, friends. You
No.
have to get the yolk and the white separated exactly right.
And now you can see that they're kind of like, they're bubbly and frothy.
Yep.
And then you put in a cup of powdered sugar. We're gonna just kind of bring that together
Okay.
on a quick low speed. And we go up higher.
Okay, I'm feeling good about it. I'm seeing like viscosity, I'm seeing thickness.
I'm still worried.
You are?
Yeah, it's looking still a little watery to me.
Now it's getting thicker, right?
Yeah, it looks a little bit. This is gonna work.
I know, I can see. As it's whipping, it's leaving behind trails in the egg whites, which
Okay.
means they're gonna get to the right consistency.
Congratulations. We kind of want a little soft peak to form.
Yep.
3 seconds more.
That looks like kind of a little gnome.
It does. It does. It feels
Little
like
gnome head.
it's a little ghost friend.
Hello. Now, how you're gonna incorporate all this?
Now comes the muscle. Let's go. What I do is I take a spatula and I plop in the first two, and I just kind of give that a moment. And here's what I'm gonna say about this. It's not easy, and it looks like you're doing it wrong, and it looks like you're failing, but like most things in life, you just gotta give it a little bit more time and practice.
Plop one.
Yep. Plop two. Good. You just kind of have to have the faith that it's all gonna get in. Okay, look at that. That was not so hard, and now it looks more like cake batter.
This was my mom's Nordic ware pan from solidly like 1970, since we're doing Oma's and Grandma's.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna spray it with Pam.
Do it.
And you really have to get in here, you guys, because you do not want to have had all this work and then your cake not work.
Don't breathe. So I think you just plop it in, you guys. It doesn't have to be so even either. All right.
Got it?
All right, I feel good about this. So let's get it in the oven. We want to go 325. You want to get
Okay.
it right in the middle there. It's going to take 60 minutes.
Wow, that's a
I know.
long time.
And then I have to tell you this, after an hour, you're gonna stick your, the stick in and see that the batter comes out.
Toothpick or- yep.
Make sure it comes out clean, and then you turn your oven off and let it sit in there for 15 more minutes.
Okay.
She's not ready yet. So then after that, you pull her out, and I like to just let her sit on top of the stove
Okay.
in the pan for 10 minutes, and then you unbunt it.
So this is the moment of truth. We've let the cake cool.
Yep.
Stephanie likes to put it on a baking rack.
Yep. And I think you have to just trust yourself and trust your cake and your technique. Oh,
Cute, and trust your Nordic ware, really.
That's it. Look at that.
That is
Isn't
real
that
pretty.
Beautiful.
I like.
Then you put a little bit of powdered sugar,
Okay, that looks real pretty.
and it's just a little bit of a snowfall, right? I'm gonna cut you a lovely little slice.
And I like that you're just like very simple. You're not like relying on caramel sauce or
No.
chocolate or any fruit. Look at the
right?
crumb.
Here, let's look at this. The density of this.
Oh my gosh.
That's what makes you feel like butter. Also, the caramelization on the outside and the top. It's pretty cool. It's so good.
Buttery, sugary.
Yeah.
It almost tastes like a delicious sugar cookie in a pound cake form.
Yeah.
And there's a hint of lemon, but not like lemony.
No, that's why you can put in other little flavorings that you want to give, but it'll never be overly present.
Stephanie,
Okay.
thank you so much for being my taste bud.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being meh,
Yeah.
5 being run, don't walk to the recipe,
Yeah.
what are you giving it?
Well, I have to give it a 5.
You do.
Because it's mine, and also because it has become such a go-to for my whole family. It is a little more difficult. Not everybody's gonna give it a 5.
I think the process is a little more difficult and might be intimidating to some. I mean, I can't give it a 4.5 because that would put your mom's pound cake on the same level as the Mountain Dew Apple Dumpling, which would be weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4.9. The 4.9 taste buds.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew.
I love it.
Well, Stephanie, that was super fun to have you in my kitchen with Oma's pound cake and the Mountain Dew Apple Dumplings, the weekly dish #1 recipe.
I'm
Just want to
super-
remind people.
I'm super glad we got to do this. Like,
Yeah.
this is a really good expertise moment for both of us on this.
And it really defines, you're the expert, I'm the eater, but wherever you fall on that spectrum,
Yeah.
make sure you make these recipes because taste buds, you're gonna love it. For these recipes and more,
Go to fox9.com/tastebuds.